This week we're traveling to the town of Russia, located northeast of Utica. Interestingly, the village of Poland is located southwest of the hamlet of Russia, just like Poland and Russia in Europe. It's been a few years since our last visit, and we're glad to see Sweetie Pie's Cafe is still open for business.
It's great to have you guys back.
How long has it been?
Oh, since I've seen
Year, yeah.
4 years maybe?
So how's it been here?
Not bad, not bad. I'm still here. I'm in my it'll be 7 years in July. So I'm still here, still baking.
And tell us about the scones. What you call your scones?
Oh, grown-up Pop-Tarts. To me, they're not the traditional dry English scones that are tasteless and crumbly. These are more like grown-up Pop-Tarts. That's how I describe them.
And anything interesting in the area you can tell us about that we might want to see?
Grace Paul, she's a famed author and artist. She's up the road, or her house, not her. Her house is up the road a bit in Grant.
Great, we'll check it out.
Okay.
When I came into Sweetie Pie's, I noticed that the first thing on the board was barbecue, pork barbecue. I had to go no further because I have a weakness for pork barbecue. The sandwich was on a homemade roll that Krista made this morning, and then when it was all over, I finished up with some dessert. You can try anything that she makes here. It is top of the line, but I recommend that you try the cinnamon donuts because they are out of this world.
Here they heading back to New Orleans. He didn't know how much he'd miss them. He didn't know how lost he'd be. Travis, boy, do you remember? Travis, have you lost your mind? Travis, never lose direction. Travis, oh, you're running out of time.
We followed Krista's advice and drove up Grant Road to the former homestead of famous writer and illustrator Grace Paul. Many local residents were featured in her children's books. If you come out here, take a moment to go across the street to an old cemetery. I was wandering through here, and there are gravestones here for people who were born before the American Revolution.
Well, that feeling inside me just doesn't feel that strong now that you're gone. Now that you're gone. With all that behind me, I'll up again.
We head northwest of Poland to the hamlet of Gravesville and visit the old Gravesville store.
We are in the heart of downtown Gravesville, in front of the main road. It's been around for many, many years. It's always been in front of the store behind me. This general store was built in 1817. So when you think of it, it's almost 200 years old. It's worth going inside to walk over the same floors that people years ago did when they came here to shop, but they arrived by horse and buggy. People come from all around here to buy fresh meat, fresh vegetables, cheese right off of the block, and pure honey that comes from Coldbrook, New York.
It's been a long time coming, and I can't say I didn't try. And I know this road is the hardest one yet.
We head from Gravesville up the road to the hamlet of Russia. Some new organic farms have sprung up since our last visit. It's early spring, and at Russia Corners Farm, the garlic planted last fall is well on its way, and the asparagus will soon be peeking their heads up out of the soil.
Well, right here, usually they start poking through in early May, maybe the end of the first week of May. This year we may be a little bit sooner than that because the weather's been so warm. Okay, right next to us here is the garlic patch. It's about 2/10 of an acre. We've planted about 14,000 cloves. There's 5 different varieties there. One of them is a soft neck and the other for hard neck. We farm organically, no synthetic pesticides or herbicides. We use a lot of cover crops. There's some rye planted out there, and we use buckwheat, some other cover crops. We're very fortunate that last year an Amish family moved in right next door to us here, so we're able to get some cow manure from them too, and that's another good organic input. I just grew up on a farm, and I really like to do it. I've kind of missed it all my life. Well, I had another career, and since we retired, it's just been an opportunity to get back to it.
Russia Corners Farm welcomed a new neighbor last year. John and Janie Smith moved their family from Salt Lake City, Utah to the Mohawk Valley. John is a computer software engineer, but his second career and first love is farming.
I moved to the States from West Germany at the time when I was 6 years old, and my family had had a very large dairy farm in Munich, West Germany, and I think that's probably why I'm here today. Well, we had started out in Salt Lake City 3-4 years ago, and we were looking about for land, and so we flew to Nashville, and then we headed north through Kentucky and West Virginia, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and we were just looking for affordable land. We wanted a fairly reasonable sized farm, and we had to go north to find what we wanted. And we had a friend who lived in Utica, and that's how we wound up here. Our primary enterprise here is cattle. So we're doing beef cattle. We're doing grass-fed Angus, and it just takes land. If you want to have 30 or 40 cows, and that's the number that we'll probably need to, make a little bit of money, you need a little bit of land. It's a number of things. We certainly we're interested in moving to the country and living a life away from 1 million people, which is what we were doing in Salt Lake City. We bought cows because cows and goats, and because I think the local food movement that's happening right now very much resonated with us. We were pretty disgusted with the typical meat that you have a hard time trusting. I mean, every other day there's a recall of some kind. So we wanted to do something that would bring the whole family into it, something that we could sell a product that we really believe in and know where it comes from, every part of it. And if you had more time, I'd actually cook you a steak and you could see how good it is.
To learn more about Beecher Brooks Grass-Fed Angus or to place an order, visit our website, mohawkvalleyliving.com.